and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where there might have been a musical introduction today, depending on whether I got myself in gear. I hope, if there was, I hope you enjoyed it, but I hope you recognised it. Anyway, that's nothing to do with what this video is about. This video is going to, well, hopefully, if I can solve the puzzle, is going to feature a solve of a puzzle called Indifferent Neighbours by none other than Ard van de Wetering, the Dutch master of Sudoku. And when I say master, whenever we do an Ard puzzle, I'm sort of always drawn back to a puzzle that we released 5 years ago on the channel, which we christened a Sudoku with only 4 given digits. I just checked, that puzzle now has 9.5 million views. It is absolutely unbelievable how popular. Well, it's not unbelievable. It is a symptom of how brilliant Ard is as a setter that his puzzles are so popular. Because it's not just that puzzle. If I look at our most popular video on the channel over the last month, that is a video we called a Sudoku with only 2 given digits. And guess whose puzzle's in that video? Yes, that's right. It's Ard van de Wetering again. Ard is just a master of coming up with normally very simple ideas, but just executed with extraordinary aplomb. And they're very often completely original. This, I have never seen the rule in this puzzle before, which seems to involve sort of diagonal digit, like those 3 digits. They're sort of on a positive diagonal, and they have to all be the same. But any digit that can repeat on a sort of any adjacent digit on a positive diagonal has to be the same. So those 2 have to be the same. Those 2 have to be the same. Those 3 have to be the same, etc. So it's got that sort of quality going on, which is just really weird and original. But anyway, I'm looking forward to having a go at it. Mark tested it. He said it's brilliant. So, what more can you say? Ard's puzzles are brilliant, and people really love them, and I really love them. So I'm looking forward to having a go at this in a moment or two's time. I'm not only in a good mood because I'm doing an Ard puzzle today. I'm also in a very good mood because this morning Mark and I spent a couple of hours in the delightful company of Matt Parker. Matt Parker, who many of you will know from the YouTube channel standupmaths, or you've probably bought one of his books, which are very entertaining on maths, or you might have listened to podcasts that he does. But basically, Matt Parker is one of those people, a bit like Brady Harron, who I've always admired from afar, and I finally got to, well, virtually meet him this morning. And the reason was that Mark and I were solving a puzzle that Matt had solved in the MIT mystery hunt this year, and Matt had needed to solve it using Python code and did not think it was solvable by human beings. Well, I won't reveal what happened, but Mark and I, if we can loosely be termed human beings, did attempt to solve the puzzle, and that is going to be a video that I hope appears on the channel in the coming days. So anyway, great thrill to meet one of my heroes. So yeah. So that's why I'm smiley. What else can I tell you about today? Do check out what we've got going on over on Patreon. Our monthly competition has just finished, but all the solution videos are going up now. So if you did get stuck, lots of stuff over there, lots of new stuff over there at the moment. It's a couple of bucks to join us there. And I've got I've got birthdays and an anniversary to do today. Why don't we do the anniversary first? It's rather a nice one. Mr. and Mrs. Glum Hippo. It's your 20th wedding anniversary today. So Glum Hippo is a name many of you will be familiar with, a sort of doyen of the Sudoku community. Real name Philip, wife Paula. And today I hope, Philip and Paula, that you have some very, very good and chocolatey cake to celebrate. Congratulations on reaching 20 years together. Well, not probably more than 20 years together, but 20 years together married. Now, birthday-wise, Clint, you've turned 53 today. And I know this because Katie wrote to us to say that you might appreciate a shout-out, although I gather that it was only recently, although you are a puzzle person, you weren't aware of the rules of normal Sudoku, and Katie has been teaching you those rules, and says you're impossible to shop for. And so this shout out is going to serve as a birthday present. Well, Clint, I hope this is a good birthday present. I hope it gets you into Variant Sudoku. Many happy returns, and I hope obviously you get some proper cake with lots of icing. Now the other birthday is Joe. Joe, it's your birthday today. Not sure how old, but your girlfriend Jessica wrote to us. And I think the two of you sometimes watch and play together, but Joe, you are somebody who watches the channel diligently, and Joe, I really appreciate that. Many happy returns for today. I hope you have a great birthday and you enjoy this puzzle by Ard van der Wetering. Let's have a look at Indifferent Neighbours, and I will read you the rules. What we've got is normal Sudoku rules apply. So, Clint, what that means is we have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Cells, we've got knight's move. Cells separated by a single knight's move in chess cannot contain the same digit. So I usually use the centre square to indicate this this constraint. Whoopsie. So you can see if we positioned a chess knight in the central square, and we said square again, the central cell, it could jump in a single move to all of the green cells. And therefore none of those green cells can contain the digit that we put in the middle cell of the grid. And let's do another one. So whatever's in there could not also go in there, for example, or there, or there, or there. All of those yellow cells could not repeat the digit in the indigo cell, because that would be, well, it would mean you get the puzzle wrong, and that's not the idea. Right, now there's a weird rule coming up now. It says, in a 3x3 box, every horizontal threesome contains one digit from 1, 2, 3, one from 4, 5, 6, and one from 7, 8, 9. So in those three squares, one of these digits, you don't know which one, is going to be, let's say it's that one. So say we worked out this digit was from 1, 2, 3, then neither of these other digits could be a 1, 2, 3. One of them would have to be a 4, 5, 6. We wouldn't know which one. It could be that one, and then that would. But if that was 4, 5, 6, that would have to be 7, 8, 9, because there must be one of each type, and that only applies within a box. So what that doesn't mean is that you've got the same thing going on there. So whatever, if this was 1, 2, 3, I think absolutely that could be 1, 2, 3 as well, because this one is in a different 3x3 box, so it just applies to those ones. Now, a positive diagonal is any diagonal going from southwest, which is down here, to northeast, which is up in that direction. So any any diagonal going in this sort of direction. When normal Sudoku rules allow, I read that incorrectly. When normal Sudoku rules allow neighbouring digits on a positive diagonal to be equal, they must be equal. Right, so those two cells are on a positive diagonal, but normal Sudoku says they couldn't be the same. So those don't have to be equal, but those do have to be equal. Now there are some examples. It says, e.g., row 2, column 4, row 3, column 3, and row 4, column 2. So those three digits have to be the same. Row 6, column 2, and row 7, that's the one we just looked at. Row 6, column 2, and row 7, column 1 have to contain the same digit. So there are going to be a whole variety of diagonals, like those two, those three, that have to contain the same digit in the puzzle. When they are all the rules, do have a go. Ard's puzzles are a total treat. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, what I was sort of minded to do was to label, but I'm going to quickly run out of colours if I do that. When I say label, I mean those two have to be the same, those three have to be the same, those two have to be the same. Oh goodness, actually it's worse, isn't it? Well, not worse, it's better, but in a sort of, if I was going to colour, I've only got a few colours in my palette, and I'm going to have thousands of colours across the grid. Well, not literally thousands, but a great deal. What we could do, actually, sorry, I'm wibbling, is I could use the line tool. Yeah, maybe that's a better way of doing it. Just to indicate indicate all of the digits in this puzzle that have to be the same. See, look, I've got one wrong there. That one can go further. That one can go further. That one can go further. Oh dear, oh dear. Those two have to be the same. Those two have to be the same. Oh, no, those three have to be the same. Those three. Those three. There are a lot of... I'm going to just create another one there that can go further. Those three, that can go. So that is the actual pattern, I think. Oh no, another one there. Right, so there are 8 3-cell diagonals. They feel like they're going to be the most important, don't they? We've got 2 1s in the grid. They seem to be the only digits that are actually... Ow. Doesn't work. So what I was going to say is, where's 1 in box 1? And I thought I'd had a good idea, but I don't. Because the 1 is in theory in one of those 4 cells, but it can't go there, look. Because we know that digit ends up there, and that's in the same column, and it can't go there for the same reason. But actually, I think it could go in row 3, column 3, and make all of those a 1. Maybe. We've got to think about the knight's move as well. Although it's very difficult to think about the knight's move. Because... well... no. Oh, okay. The entropy rule as well. Yes, there's quite a lot going on here that we're having to keep track of. Yeah, okay. So where is 7 in box 1? That's a reasonable question. Because the knight's move takes these cells out of the equation, and Sudoku takes those out of the equation. Now, the entropy rule says there's only 1 high digit in that string, and we've already had it. So neither of those... well, this can't be 7. So I think 7 is in one of those 2 cells. Now, if it was here, it would get transposed here, and then it would be in one of those. And then it would get transposed again into one of these. Oh, okay, here's a tiny point. So where is 8 in this box? 7 is in... This threesome must contain a high digit. Well, that digit's not 9 or 7 now, so there's an 8 in one of those. This given 8 doesn't... well, I was about to say it doesn't do enough work. It very nearly does. I don't actually think this could be 8. But it's complicated to see that. Yeah, I mean, that's very complicated, but let me just show you what I'm seeing there. If this was 8, then 8 in the middle box now is super constrained. It can only go here, because Sudoku takes it out of all these squares, and the knight's move takes it out of that one. So it would have to go here, but then it gets transposed on that thing, and it ends up in the same row as itself. So I don't think that can be 8, although, I mean, that's not a very odd step, I will say that. Odd steps tend to be extremely elegant, and that felt to me a bit too much like foresight. Let me think about this. So it's the same with 3, isn't it, on this side? 3 can't go in the same row as a 1. 3 can't go in those because of the knight's move. So 3 is in one of these. Now, can that be 3? Oh, only if it can, it's only just. It's by the skin of its teeth. Yeah, this rule is quite powerful, actually. The diagonal rule combined with the knight's rule and the entropy rule, it is powerful. But is it powerful enough? There's not. Yeah, there is. Ah, okay. How do we do this? There's an entropy point, isn't there? I'm going to use colour just to show this. Because these digits are the same, they have the same entropy. Those 2 digits have the same entropy. And these 2 digits have the same entropy. Now, I think well, what I think that means is that this cell shares entropy with yellow. Because we know that yellow, let's say yellow was low, then this string has not got a yellow in it, so that would have to be yellow, so that becomes yellow. That's blue. Maybe it... No, it does carry on, actually. It's just a little harder to see. Right, so these 2 cells here are not yellow because of this row. So they are purple and blue, which means these are purple and blue, which means that is yellow. So those 3 are all the same entropy. Yes. Yeah, this is interesting, actually. I don't know if this is how you're meant to solve this, but there's definitely a pattern emerging because those 3 have the same entropy, but look at this row. We know that these 2 are purple and blue in some order, so these are purple and blue. I don't know if there's a way that we know. It might just be the yellows that we get here. But anyway, what I was noticing is that those 2 have to be purple and blue in some order. So these are purple and blue in some order. And that's got to be yellow by the 3 rule in this one. So in row 4 and row 3, one of the entropy sets, so let's say that yellow was low, we'd actually know, we know the positions of all of them. There's got to be something I can do with that. Now, is it the case that... The weird thing about that is I think, and again, this might be wrong, and you might all be shouting at me saying, I can do the same with blue and purple. I feel like I want to do the same. Like, I feel like there might be a reason that's got to be purple, so the purples are equally spaced. But I don't. Is there a way we can make that argument? I don't see it. I suppose that's purple because of the threesome. I don't know. I'm not sure. Now, what does that mean is also a question. It might be to do with these three cell ones. That might be where I was meant to look at the start, but I've got myself into a pickle now because I'm thinking about these patterns. And the patterns are horizontal, aren't they? I can't they're horizontal, so I can't say this is blue because that needs to be a threesome. Okay, so how do we do this then? I'm not sure. It's going to be, there's a 2 in one of those because we've got 1 here, 3 here, 2 here. Yeah, it's going to be something like, well, actually I have got something from that. That's a weird deduction. That square is not a 2. Because if it was a 2, we know that yellow's entropy is there. But that square can't be 1, 2 or 3 because of the knight's move taking care of the 2 to that cell. That's bizarre. I mean, that's actually very beautiful. So we now... that's it. Well, I've got a digit. Because oh no, I haven't. I'm wrong. What I was going to say is that we now know that low entropy in row 3 and row 4 for that matter are purple or blue. But that could very... I thought it was going to mean that couldn't be 3, but actually that's not what it means at all. That absolutely could be 3. So, okay, so if there is a 2 in one of those, there's a 2 in one of those, and there's a 1 in one of these, and it's not there. So now, if one of those is a 1, there's a 1 in one of those. That's harder to see, isn't it? There might be a 2 here if this is a 2 string. Okay, so yellow of its nature is either medium or high. So if yellow was high, this would have to be 8, because it can't be 9 and it can't be 7 by the knight's move. Oh, that's almost impossible. Because if that's 8, that would have to be 9. Because it can't be 7 and it can't be 8. This is a bizarre pattern. There is a bizarre pattern going on here. Now, how do we use said bizarre pattern to our advantage? I think probably, and this might be nonsense, I probably only have to get... if I can get 1 colour allocated... yeah, I'm going to extend my patented colouring. So, one of those is yellow. Those 2 digits are different. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not quite seeing it, am I? Okay. Is it to do with... oh, I don't know. Oh. That's it. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. So in this string, purple is definitely not a high digit, is it? Oh, that's not going to do it. Ah, no, I use yellow. Oh, no, I can't use yellow because it's not in the same row. Oh, nearly. I nearly had a good idea. But purple is either medium or low. Okay, so I'm going to label it. It's either medium or low. And we know that yellow is either high or medium. What about blue? What do we know about blue? So we've got to get blue into the same row as something. But the only thing we know about blue is it's those three. And that's very annoying. So this is low or medium, this is high or medium. I don't think we can do it. How weird. Okay, alright, so we've got to think again. So if... see, we don't even know the colour of that one either. It could be that all the magic is in those two rows, you know, because we're going to have the similar sort of principles going on in there. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. I'm looking in totally the wrong place. Or it could be something like, you know, where's 9 in this box? Because it's not there, and it can't be here because it would transpose on the little liney thing. It can't be there because it would transpose on the little liney thing. So 9 is in one of those 3 squares. Whoopsie, I didn't see this. Right, so there's 3 and 9 here. Now, is there any reason? Well, hang on. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we know that's not 9 because it would transpose here. So 9 is in one of 2 places now. Maybe 9 can't go in yellow. Then this... oh, that's interesting. So if that's 9, that is 8, definitely. So this would be 8, this would be 9, this would be 7. And this would be 8. I can totally now start to see how this puzzle would... it could unravel at a pace if I can just get started. Right, if 9 is down here and 7 is in those 2 squares, 7 is in those 3 squares. 7 can't be here. Oh no, it can be. That's the nature of this line. It absolutely can be. But now 8 is in one of those 2. Oh no. Yeah. So maybe I do have to use this point, because I know 8 isn't here from that work we did earlier. How did that work? What I said was, if all of those were 8s, it was something like you couldn't put the 8s in the grid. Yeah, I mean, it's not too difficult to see down here, so maybe this is a point. If these are 8s, then 8 has to be there, which transposes it to there, and you get 2 8s. Okay, that's... I don't think that's how I did see it last time, but that is totally reasonable. So this is 8. So this is 8. So this is now a low digit. Not a low digit, I mean a middly digit. I still don't know the colour of this, but I now know that digit is low, but I still don't know its colour. So those 3 are all low. That one is not 3 because there's a 3 looking at it. So now these are all 1s and 2s. That feels like it might matter, doesn't it? He says somewhat desperately. Okay. So 8... yeah, where's 8 in column 4? This is a very interesting puzzle. In the best way, right, we can't put 8 there because it transposes along the line and we get 2 8s in box 2. So 8 must go here. I'm going to get an absolute plethora of 8s into the grid. That means, now 8 is now yellow. So we now know the entropy of yellow. Yellow is high, which means, oh no, okay, that was one of its options, so I mean maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Yellow is high, that can't be 7 or 8, so that is 9, which means this is 7, that's 8. I wouldn't be surprised if we can put all the 8s into the grid. How many have I got? Lots. I've got 8. I only have, well, there are 4 8s looking at that box, so that's 8. Okay, so we should yellowify all the 8s, shouldn't we, so that we understand what went on with those. We know this digit is middly, so that digit's middly. I'm very, very keen, if we can, that can't be 9 anymore. That can't be 9 anymore. 9 is yellow. So 9's shifted over slightly. Maybe 7's actually. Yeah, I should colour the entropies when I know them. Where's 7? Yes, beautiful. Where's 7 in box 6? It can't go there by Sudoku. It can't go there because it would transpose and be broken by Sudoku. So it must go here. So those are 7s. Now, can we do better than that? Maybe. Oh, I only want to think about 7s. So yeah, 7 in box 7 is a bit interesting. It can't go there because it would transpose again. So 7's in one of 2 places. Can it actually be here? Then it would be there as well. And there. And there. And there. that probably works. It probably is there. Okay. All right. Now, okay, a little tiny point. We can now approximately pinpoint 9s, can't we, in lots of places. In fact, oh, that's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Yeah, because I know in this box there must be a 9 in one of those 3 squares. And I can't put it here because it'll transpose. It can't be there by Sudoku. So that's 9. 9, 9, 9. These are all yellow. Surely we... Oh, there's now a 7 in one of those. Oh, that's important. Yeah, so because there must be a high digit in those 3 squares, it must be 7. It must be in these 2, and now that can't be 7. So that's 7. I think that's not what I had before, in terms of when I thought I got the order. So this is 7 now. So I think all the 7s are done. And there must be a 9 in one of these 2 squares, because those 3 need a high digit. So that's a 9. No, that didn't work. We can... 9 is in one of these 2. Oh, right, look at that. We get a little pattern of 9s that we can't resolve. Although, I say that glibly, that might not be true. There might be a knight's move or something that we could use. Right, this is now middly, and it's not 5, so that's 4 or 6 as well. So, oh, I just need the colour. Or, so it's as yellow. Can we do the same trick in these rows? Let's just think about that. Yeah, we know whatever colour this is. Let's make it actually a better colour. Let's make it red. And that can be green. So there's 1 of each entropy in these 3 squares. So we know now this must be green, don't we? So those are repeated entropy digits. We know there must be a red in that set. This is working better. It's working better than it did in this row. How can that be? I don't understand that. Maybe it's because I got the 3 sellers figured out. I don't know. That's very odd to me. But there must be a red in one of those. Yeah, that's lovely, because that's middly. So this is low, and red is low. So these are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This isn't 1, so that's not 1. Yeah, this can't be 1, because 1 is red, not green. So that seems to suggest... Yes, I see. That is right. I'd worked out 1 was in one of those 3 because I'd worked out 2 is in one of those 3. So 2, 3, 1 is there. 1, 1, 1. These aren't ones. That's a red 1 at the top of the grid. And can we take that forward? That's a red 1 in the bottom of the grid. Can these really be ones? Gosh, actually they could be, couldn't they? Oh, they can't be 2s. Sorry, I've got 2s in these squares. Looking at these squares, these are 1s. Right, that's big, because now we know that the colour of these is red. Do I want to try and use that? I think I've got to. I think I've just got to abandon my earlier colouring. I'm going to make these red, which means these are now definitely and definitively green. Now, does that propagate though? I'm sure it does. I'm just not seeing it. I feel like I've got hundreds of 1. Oh, the middle digit of the puzzle is a 1. There are 4 1s looking at the middle of the puzzle. So this is a 1. One of these is a 2 or a 3. So one of these is a 2 or a 3. I'm still not quite sure that I know about blue and purple's colouring. But I do know that that is green. And green, we have deduced from entropy, is middly digits. Now that can't be 5. Is that 6 looking at anything? So green is definitely 3 is red. This is green because that row needs a green. So that strand there, that's going to do it, I think. Because that's green, now this is now red. Which means, okay, so the 2 can't be in green, the 2 must be in red. And now there must be a 3 in either this one or this one. Have we got any? We've got 1. Oh yeah, that's good. If 3 was in purple, it would transpose into this row. So purple is green. Here's what we've just deduced. And blue is red. And therefore that's a 3. So 3, 3, 3. Those 3s don't clash. It's beautiful. It's really strange and beautiful. This is a 3 by Sudoku. So these are 2s. So that's a 2. There's a 2 in one of those. There's a 3 here by Sudoku. I feel like we've got loads of 3s in the grid. Yeah, that's a 3. Again, Sudoku coming to our rescue. There's a 3 in... No, there isn't. There's a 3 there. That's going to unwind my 9s. So my 9s go into those squares. Let's do... Again, let's just make sure we're double-clicking everything we can. That's no longer a 3. 2s, they're all red, wherever we find them. And presumably I can do more 2s. Where's 2 in this box? Can't go a knight's move away from itself. Oh, and I've got the little line, which I haven't used fully. So that's 2. That's 2. That's 2. And that's 2, believe it or not. So this, okay, that is a green digit, 4, 5 or 6. Let's fill in all of the 2s. I think everything else in the puzzle is green now. So we might as well greenify everything to make ourselves feel like we're making progress. We can get rid of, oh whoopsie, we can get rid of the double click greens, make them all, oh this is probably not a good idea, right, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's beautiful. That square's a 5. How do I know that? It's because these 2 digits, 4 and 6, are definitely different. They're in the same box. And they both see that one. Because the knight's move means this one can't go there. And obviously this one can't go there either. So that's 5. Now, does that do... Oh, well, 5... Yes, okay, I can use the little liney thing. So that's not 5. That's not 5, so this is 5. Oh, it's just... It's ridiculous, frankly. Right, that's 4 now. So, oh, look, I need the same digit on that diagonal, so that can't be 5. They've all got to be 6s now. So this is 4, this is 4, this is cracking, I think. I think it's cracking. Come on, and I've broken it. Bobbins. Let's go back. Okay, I felt like it was working very smoothly, and then what did I try? Why did I try and put 6 there rather than putting 5, which seems to be the digit that's required? I don't know, but that's 4, that's 4, that's 6, that's 4, that's 5, and that's 6. And that is brilliant. It's a brilliant puzzle. Good grief. That's fascinating. I am intrigued about... Yes, okay, so I know what I could have done better in that solve, and you were probably all shouting at me. Forgive me, we do these solves live, and that is why we often make mistakes. But somewhere in the middle of that, I noticed that I got 2s pointing at this diagonal, which I think I had labelled as 1s and 2s. So I could have got that was red, well, what's become red earlier. And maybe that would have allowed me to colour, because I found it very hard to see how to colour those two compared to these two, which worked very prettily. But isn't it, it's another stunning idea from art, because, well, I could be wrong, again, I don't know, but my sense is that my colouring of those 2 rows was helpful, because I was able to make some deductions about particularly what yellow could be. And it's just a beautiful idea that you can do stuff with entropy. You know, in the crossing places where the diagonal rule puts a constraint on it. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's classic art. What more could you want from a Sudoku puzzle? Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.